In January 2026, NATO moved 45,000 troops to its eastern frontier, the largest deployment since the Cold War. Russia responded with tactical nuclear drills along the Belarusian border. This is not a drill. This is how close we've come. January 2026. NATO's eastern flank is now the most militarized border in Europe since 1989. Over 45,000 Allied troops are stationed permanently across Poland, the Baltic states, and Romania, triple the number from just 2 years ago. To understand how we got here, you have to rewind to 2022. Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine shattered the post-Cold War security order in Europe. What Moscow expected to be a 3-day operation became a grinding war of attrition. By 2025, Russia had lost an estimated 500,000 casualties and vast quantities of equipment, but showed no signs of stopping. The war in Ukraine didn't stay contained. In mid-2024, debris from Russian missiles struck Polish territory near the border town of Przewodw, killing 2 civilians. Though attributed to a stray Ukrainian air defense missile, the incident exposed a terrifying reality. Any miscalculation on NATO's border could trigger Article 5. The Suwalki Gap, a narrow 65-mile corridor between Poland and Lithuania, has become the most dangerous strip of land on Earth. If Russia were to seize it from Kaliningrad and Belarus simultaneously, NATO's 3 Baltic allies would be completely cut off. Military planners call it the alliance's greatest vulnerability. Russia hasn't been idle. Despite heavy losses in Ukraine, Moscow has rebuilt its forces along NATO's borders with alarming speed. Intelligence estimates from January 2026 suggest Russia has deployed over 120,000 troops to its western military district and stationed tactical nuclear weapons in Belarus, just 200 miles from Warsaw. NATO's response has been historic. The alliance has activated forward defense battle groups in all 8 eastern member states. Poland alone is spending 4% of its GDP on defense, the highest rate in the alliance, and has ordered 1,000 K2 tanks and 500 HIMARS launchers from South Korea and the United States. But NATO's unity is its greatest strength and its greatest question mark. While the United States, under its current administration, has reaffirmed Article 5 commitments, political divisions in Washington and several European capitals raise doubts. Hungary and Slovakia have already blocked or delayed key alliance decisions. If cohesion fractures, Putin will notice. The escalation cycle is accelerating. In December 2025, NATO conducted steadfast new nuclear exercises while Russia held its own parallel drills in Belarus. Both sides insist they are defensive. Both sides are preparing for the opposite. The language of deterrence is beginning to sound like the language of war. So what happens next? Analysts outline 3 scenarios for 2026. First, continued frozen tension, a dangerous but stable standoff. Second, a limited Russian provocation in the Baltic states, testing NATO's resolve. Third, an accidental escalation triggered by a cyber attack, missile misfire, or collision over the Baltic Sea. All 3 are more plausible than they were 5 years ago. The world hasn't faced odds like this since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Russia and NATO now have over 600,000 troops facing each other across Eastern Europe. The question is no longer whether this confrontation is dangerous. It's whether the political will exist on both sides to pull back from the edge. History tells us that when armies this large stand this close, the margin for error is razor thin.